this is how you do it. And then they do it in the most so dignified way possible.
Guys, today we begin drying the maize as I told you before, and the sun is not shining as bright as before. There are signs of rain, but we're going to do our best. We're going to do it in portions, not all the maize fast, because it's gonna be a lot of work. Anyway, so that's the, what's it called? My glasses are broken. The drying area. Let me help mom first. Kitty is acting like a spoiled brat. Whining. Hey, mommy, looks like it wants to rain, so we will have to be here. And this is so big, maybe you would have done a half of it. Mama? It's okay. We'll just see first. Huh? Mama, let's lay it out first and then we'll see. If you have watched the previous video, you might just remember that I told you about what the phase that I was dreading, and it is this one. It's a lot of work because you have to be hauling out the cobs and spreading them out on a tent, letting them dry out in the sun, and if there's rain you have to cover it up, and in the evening you have to haul out the maize, haul back into the house. So that was a lot of work. Most of it, I was just, at the end of the day I would be tired, would be exhausted. So I'm happy that we got to do it together. If it was I alone, I think I would just be like doing it like one bag for every day. I would not like bring all of the bags outside. But yeah, it's just, that was the heavy work. For my neighbors, however, they just have a simple way of doing it, is just putting the maize outside on the tents canvas, and then in the evening you just cover up, and then the next morning you do the same, just open up and you spread them out. We can't do that because of the security situation. We're not so sure, so we didn't want to risk, so that's why we have to hold them back into the house every evening. So as you can see, I'm just trying to like sort out the maize that has gone bad. I'm putting them on a different pile so that it doesn't affect the rest, which are looking good. And it actually turned out to be a good thing because my maize was looking really good. Yeah, I'd recommend you do that. You just separate the bad ones first. It's now that it's hitting me that I've not been taking you guys out into my neighborhood, and I hope that will change because there's so much to see anyway. And on this day we were just looking around this new building that had been built just close by to my uncle's place, and we had gone there to get some water because at home we don't have tap water, we just have water that we fetch from the well, which is good, but out of preference sometimes we just get that tap water. So guys, I don't have like a lot of videos to show you because we were doing this work every day, so I didn't shoot every day, unfortunately, because there was a lot of work to be done. And remember, the situation that we had with the electricity could not allow me to do that. um yeah, so that's why I'm not gonna like have a lot of videos to show you, but this is what I have anyway. Every morning, that's what we do. We just put them in bags and we haul them outside. Mom would take her bag, I take mine. That's just about it. And I think this was like the third day into it, and we had gotten a hang of it. It's day 3, I guess, of airing out the maize, and it's a lot of work, but we'll do it anyway. For storage space, thank God we have an extra room that we are using currently as our storage area. And what we do is we lay out the bags, storage bags, some of the storage bags on the ground, and we spread out the cobs on top. This is just to reduce the risk of the maize going bad because of humidity. Because when you bring them out of the farm, they're still not yet dry completely, so you want to reduce the chances of them going bad because of humidity. And then outside you just lay them out on the canvas sheets, the canvas materials, I think that's what they're called. And these ones are not ours, they are our neighbors. So good neighbors come in handy. They helped us out because they also have been growing maize also. So at this point, because we were among the first people to harvest our maize, it was really to our benefit, because if we had been harvesting at the same time as them, chances of getting these bags would have been low, so it would have been a whole another story. So this was really in our favor. God was just like doing his thing. And the maize actually dried up quite quickly because of these canvas sheets, so they really come in handy. So I'm just taking my notes that when I decide to like do this on a bigger scale, I'll just invest in these sheets and in bags, and also a shelling, yeah, a shelling machine, because what, this is a lot of work. Guys, today is a day. It's Monday. On hey, is your friend on Facebook? Shaona, wewe umevuna mbele ya kila mtu. Ahead of everybody. Ahead of people. Yo. Put all the air. Butu tuone kama unajua hii kazi. Woi. Good job. Enda tu pole pole. I don't think you need to put so much effort kwanza, because you will get tired. Ish. Go mama. Is the stick okay? Huh? It's okay. It's heavy. Yeah, iko heavy. Mama, I can't do it. So guys, today is when we beat it, beat it. Yeah. So
I never do.
and my mom, why are you making me laugh?
This is how we do it.
And mom is the one who's doing it right now.
Oh.
As I rest under the tree, under the mugumo tree. Which tree is this? What's the name of this tree? Pine tree. No, what is? I don't even know. As I rest, I'm looking at my mom. Go, go, mama. I believe in you. You can do it. You got it. I might give you another bag.
No, this is how you do it. And then they do it in the most dignified way possible. It was what?
2022.
2022. 2024. We graduated to a log. Huh?
Yep.
How tall is this one? Shoulder length. Let me show you how my uncles do it. Uncle!
You should have covered your head.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Is it getting
I see it.
some dirt?
So this is essentially the whole process of hand shelling. Beat the maize in a bag using a stick. And okay, before I even continue, I remembered like okay, I was telling mom about the previous year, not the previous year, 2022 when I was at my grandma's and I was hitting on a small bag of maize. I just remembered it was so funny. Anyway, I have a video for that. I'll link it up. So go and watch it if you haven't. And come back. Or yeah, we can watch it another time. But this is just how we do it. It's simple and it's just technique that you can use if you don't have a lot of maize. If it's a lot, then you need the machine. But if it's just as little as what we have at that point, then you can just use your hands. And I think I'm pretty strong enough for this work. So after heating the maize in a bag, I pour it out on the canvas, and then mom just finishes up on whatever is not has not been fully shelled off of the cobs with her hands. The downside being blisters as a result of friction. That is the part that really sucks. But anything else? No, I just hate that part. But the hitting of the maize, the beating, it's so good. It's like holding a stress ball. Yeah, it's just a stress reliever. So to summarize the whole thing, the work just involves you putting maize in the bag and then you hit it with a stick, then you pour it out. What's remaining, you'll go through it with your hand, and then you take another batch, put it in a bag, hit the whole process until you're done. When you're done, you just spread out the maize on the canvas and then you dry it out as often as you can until you can feel that the maize is dry enough. And the best way, what we know how, is like when we just bite into it. When you bite into it and it's hard and dry, you know that that's good. You have done your part and you can now start packing the maize. And we got to do this like in about 2 weeks, and you can actually do this work in a few number of days. You can do it like in a week, depending on the weather and depending on the amount of maize that you need to shell, and also the method that you're using. If you're hitting the maize and it's just one person, probably you'll take like longer. But if you're using a machine, however, you'll just do it in one day. Yeah, so machines actually help this whole thing, but I enjoy the manual process because it just helps me to appreciate the work. I'm not wasting food anymore. It just helps me to like imagine what my grandparents used to do, because this is how they did it anyway. There were no machines at that point, so I love enjoying that part of their lives. I love like doing things like the way they would, at least to try and connect with them. Yeah, so this is a whole nother story, but we'll get into it another time in another video. But that's just my preference. What do you prefer? Would you prefer like hitting the maize with your own hands, like doing it manually, and also, or would you like preferred like having a machine do the whole thing, like from the farming until the harvesting? I know there's pros and cons, but yeah, I'm just here asking for your preference because everyone has a preference. So which one do you like? So comment down below if you have any ideas and opinions that you prefer, and I'll check it out and we'll see what ideas I can implement on my side too. We are done with today. Yeah, after all that beating, it's now hand manual work, but it's easy now. When you beat it, it becomes easy. And we're rushing because there is rain. I've been praying for rain. Mm-hmm. Have you been praying for rain?
Yeah, we have a
farm.
farm. Our beans need some water.
Yeah. Kili. Usisonge kapo. Very social. Yum 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 yum. So on this day we had already done like most of the work, and we had already packed some maize into bags. This was the last batch which we are now drying up. So you will see, like, you'll be wondering what happened to the other ones. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you, like, this is just the last remaining batch. We were doing it like in batches to kind of like ease our work, and that was the last part that was remaining, and which we were drying up. The rest were already in bags. Ta-da! So this is the end result. The maize was packed into these white bags, and these bags are really effective in like keeping the maize dry and without any pests. And I'm so happy that we are done. Oh my goodness, it was such a whole process, but I'm so grateful that I have maize. So thank you so much if you watched up to this point. I'm so grateful, thankful, and I'm just here to also remind you to subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the notification so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much. Mwah. See you on the next one. Bye.